Meet the most affordable delay by Walrus Audio. Is this a find or a fail? Let's find out. I'm here with Tom and Steve, and we're going to take a look at this pedal and learn a little bit more about it and see if this is a delay deal.
This is 3 delay pedals in one. First, digital.
So digital you can either use for rhythmic delay, something short and plucky, something that's going to be rhythmic.
Next, you got analog delay.
So analog delay is not going to retain your signal. It's going to degrade as it goes. It's going to be something really nice for you to play single notes over and add vibe to your sound.
Last but not least, reverse.
So reverse is going to play your notes back at you backwards. So it's something that's going to be good for texture parts, ambient swells, and just overall funky sounds.
Dial up one of your favorite tones you found so far.
Okay. A little bit less on the feedback, maybe just past 50% on the time, and bring the mix back. Just it's kind of just like a, even that might be a little bit too much. So a little longer on the time, less feedback, less mix. It's almost imperceptible, like you can even short.
That's the good part about analog delay. When you're playing in the context of a song, that's not going to be as audible. It's like something that's felt but not heard.
That's exactly it, yeah.
So
absolutely.
Obviously here isolated, you hear everything at home and you hear everything here, but this type of sound with a low mix in the analog delay is going to be kind of disappearing into the track and kind of making a bed for your notes instead of being such an obvious repeating signal. That makes sense?
Yeah, you hear, so that type of thing is used on guitar or vocal. Like pretty much everything you're going to, at some point, hear some kind of delay like that where it's, like you said, I think you said it best, felt but maybe not heard. So yeah, that's kind of is my favorite delay thing, and it's, it's less. I keep going less on the mix.
And in the context of a band, you probably wouldn't even hear any type of echo on that at all.
Right. And so what's your favorite digital setting?
Digital setting? Let's see. You can get into some interesting things. So you can see I'm trying to get in time with the delay, and we'll talk about that in a bit because there is a way to do that with this pedal, which a lot of pedals in this price range don't allow you to do, but I'm, right now I'm just listening and trying to find that edge kind of thing, but it's, there's a way to get there with this pedal.
So Tom, you mentioned earlier this has tap tempo on it, which is of course not super common on pedals in this price point. Tell us a little bit more about the function and how that works.
Yeah, so tap tempo is great for when you're playing with a band or a track. You can line the delay up exactly how you want it to be lined up. However, when you're in tap tempo mode, you also get something else with this pedal. And this slider switch now has another functionality. We can go from quarter note delay. So if you want to demonstrate that.
So this will repeat as if we're just going quarter notes, right? So
fast quarter notes, yeah. So then should be a dotted eighth. And then just a straight eighth. Which at this tempo is very fast. So it's almost like a slapback kind of thing.
I exaggerated the tap tempo, made it pretty quick so that you can hear it. Once you slow it down, you can't really hear it unless you're in a band context. So, and basically like the tap tempo, for those that don't know exactly what a tap tempo is going to do, replacing the time knob, right? Or the time slider.
Yeah, so it's going to override what you have set up here, and you're able to then, by pressing and holding, now you can tap your tempo.
Instead of having to find it exact on that slider where, you only have a slider here, so you could have any infinite number of tempos into there. So having the tap tempo really helps you lock in.
Well, let's cut away now, and we'll let you demo that with the band.
So on the topic of tap tempo, I think that's something that all delay pedals should have in today's day and age. It used to be a premium thing, but having the ability to tap in your exact tempo is like really important, and it's just something that, in my opinion, should be an industry standard or not something that's only available on premium products. So when you have a delay pedal that does a lot of different things, that's pretty important to me, just because I'd like to be able to bend over at a gig and change settings and be able to have more than one pedal out of one pedal, if that makes sense. So I like that you were able to have different subdivisions without having to count it out. And I actually really like that it had sliders. Sliders is a unique touch that not many companies are doing.
When I got the chance to plug this in at home, I was immediately taken with the fact that it is simple and easy to use, but it sounds really, really good. So this is a pedal that is basically 3 delays in one. I love the analog delay the most. I think it's the most usable. However, there are absolutely times where I could use the digital, and the reverse is just a ton of fun. Whether you use it or not, it doesn't. I mean, you're gonna have a blast using the reverse function. This is a pedal that anybody, beginner, professional, could absolutely use for a million different things. I loved it.
What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments. And if you'd like to see how it compares with 11 other delay pedals in its price point, check out this other video that we've made where we put all 12 of those head to head.